Lake Dallas Cheer would like to welcome you to
Falcon Football Weekly!
Center snapping, here we go, shine drill. Ready, set,
I'm John Piper, and we do want to thank the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club for presenting Falcon Football Weekly each and every week during the season. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on the iHeartRadio app, Google Podcast, or Spreaker.com. I'm joined live with head coach Michael Young. Good evening, Coach.
Good evening to you.
Well, I know you spend all weekend working on everything Falcon football, game planning, watching tape, and here it is late on a Monday night. Appreciate the time joining us for this episode.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Well, Coach, let's start off with all things happening in the Falcon football community. You know, I know you're real high on not only your sub-varsity programs, but also the middle schools. So I know you got some big games coming up this week at the middle school level. Why don't we start right there?
Well, yeah, we have games tomorrow night on Tuesday, the 7th grade. We're excited about our 7th grade. They played a lot of close games. I like their talent, kind of the way they play. Our 8th grade has a really big game this week against Little Elm on Wednesday night. For our 8th grade wins, they're in the 14 playoff. They deserve to be in there. You know, they've only lost one game and they tied a game. They lost to Crown over. They were tied in that game for the last couple minutes and got beat. They tied Harpool, but they still have to beat Little Elm to get in. So this is a big game for them to get in the playoffs. I think they have a chance if they get in to win the whole thing. So we're really excited about that game Wednesday night.
Well, Coach, Friday night you faced a tough opponent in Frisco. You knew coming in they were going to be tough to beat. You had to have everything operating on all 8 cylinders, as they would say. They kept the Falcon offense to 7 points on a big pass play from Trevor Moon to Brandon Eagle. I think it was right at 87-yard pass for the lone score. What was the message to the team Friday night and rolling into Saturday? Film sessions, I know they were a little down and out, but that's part of football. You can't win them all.
No, we played hard. We had our chances to keep the game close. You know, in the third quarter, we made it 24-7. I thought we had some momentum. We tried an onside kick. It didn't work in the third quarter, but you know, the first half was really about penalties. You know, we had a penalty on offense that killed the drive. We had a penalty on it where they were trying to long field goal. They missed it against the wind. We got a penalty for going over the top of a blocker. You know, it was those kind of things. We needed to keep that to like a 17-14 kind of game. And I thought we had a chance to do that, but the penalties really hurt us. When you're playing somebody like that, a couple penalties in the wrong spot can make a big difference, and that's what happened.
Well, Coach, the balance of the season, you're playing for pride, working on finishing strong, with 4 weeks left in the season. Does this approach to the games change any with 4 weeks remaining?
No, we want it to be the same. And, like I told the kids, these seniors still have they still have a big part of what the legacy in our program is about, is how they finish this and how they respond to this, how they come to practice, how they work, how they play the game. You're going to have your ups and downs in different seasons, but to be a good program, you want to continue the hard work and the way you approach each week. And that's what we've asked them to do, and they've done it. We had a great practice today on a Monday where we didn't have school. It's easy not to be around or not to be there or go through the motions, and we had a great practice, so they've responded the way we want them.
Well, that's a great message. We've talked all season, Coach, and last season as well about, football's a game of adversity, getting knocked down and learning how to get back up. And, for the high school athlete, a lot of lessons can be learned in this season and on any given Friday night. So that is a great approach, and great to hear those young men are responding well and going to come out and play hard the balance of this season. Well, Coach, you are on the road this week. You face Frisco Memorial. They're going to be hungry. They're 1-6. What will it take to get the win on the road Friday night at Frisco Memorial Stadium?
Well, they're hungry for a win too. They're a good team. They started the year out with a road win at Salina's new stadium, who is ranked pretty high in 4A. So that was a big win, on the road for them. So, they've got players. They're kind of finding out like we are, though. That our district's really tough. They've kind of found that out when they got into district play. So I know they're going to be ready to play too. Both of us are at I think pretty good teams that have faced really good teams that are ready to get a win. So I think it's going to be a really good football game Friday night. I know they're going to come out hard to play too, like we are.
Well, Coach, they've, like every team you face, at the 5A level, going to have some good athletes. Some of the players to watch, fans, if you're marking the roster for Frisco Memorial linebacker Ethan Harrison. Not a real big coach, but like you see a lot at this level, probably an outside linebacker, 5'10", 185 pounds with some speed. Wide receiver Joel Shea, big kid, 6'3", 210 pounds. He'll be a tough one. You'll probably have Kobe Minor matching up with him, I would assume.
Yeah, they're really balanced in who they throw to. They haven't really been real good at running the ball, so that's something that it's kind of a little bit helpful. They're kind of one-dimensional. They have been in district play anyway in throwing the ball, but they do spread it out to a lot of different receivers. They have some talented kids. Their quarterback can run a little bit too, so that's sort of a challenge. But I think the one thing about looking at them, up front, their offensive line and defensive line, this is a lot better matchup for us size-wise than we've had the last few weeks. So that's going to be where the game's won or lost.
Yeah, they've got another receiver out there, Colby Bullock, 6'3", 170-pounder. Again, not real big, but big frame. Defensive back Jake Herzog as well. You mentioned the quarterback Gavin Yates. So it looks like the Falcons match up pretty well, man for man. So, good opportunity to get the win on the road.
Yeah, I think stopping the run, like I said, they haven't been able to run the ball a whole lot. So we need to kind of shut that part of it down to make them one-dimensional. That will help us. I think one thing that we do, I think, very well is rush the passer with our front. So that's going to be, really important, kind of stop the run and let our front, get after the quarterback. And, one thing that we need to get is some turnovers. We haven't got any really turnovers defensively the last few weeks. That's going to help us offensively score some points. So hopefully we can make them one-dimensional, get after the quarterback, and cause some plays for us to kind of go our way.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing Falcon teams are known for in the past is, making some big plays, some interceptions at ideal times, punching out some fumbles, getting some fumble recoveries. So that would be good to see, getting that defensive aggressive on the ball, making some big plays. Turnovers will be a key in the game like they are every week.
Yeah, turnovers are always the big deal, and we need to get them on our side. When you're struggling offensively and you have a young group offensively, field position and getting some turnovers and getting some short fields can make a big difference. We haven't done a real good job of that either the last few weeks to help us out. So hopefully that'll be part of what happens Friday night.
Well, Coach, this finish on some highlights, some of the players of the week, starting with the freshman, Zingan Gomez. What can you say about his performance?
He's a great player. He plays corner. Not a real big kid, but he's a great tackler, a great cover guy. He plays inside receiver, special teams. He's a backup quarterback. He's just one of those freshmen that we're really excited about. We think he's going to have a great future and he's going to be a great Falcon. And I really like the way he works. He's a great leader in the way he works and kind of leads his team through that way. And really excited about him.
And Coach, JV Player of the Week, Chamika.
Yeah, Chamika's he's going to be a great player for us. He's kind of been back and forth. He played on the varsity a little bit earlier in the year. Explosive guy, can catch the ball, run. He's going to be a big part of our offense next year. He's probably one of the guys that improved the most through the summer and the early fall. And I think if he does that same thing during the spring, he's going to be a big impact player for us.
Well, Coach, we seem to talk about him each and every week. I know you played him both ways. He started at safety for the first time, I think, since about the 8th grade and made that one big catch, 87-yard touchdown from Trevor Moon, the Falcon Player of the Week, and Brandon Engel.
Yeah, he had a big catch for us, played defense for the first time. He's going to help us, especially these in the last few weeks. Like I said, we're playing Memorial, Lovejoy, Lebanon Trail, Braswell, teams that love to throw the ball a lot. So he's going to help us a lot in the secondary, making plays. I think it's something that he's got a chance of doing when he gets into college too. So it's good for him to get to do the things that he's going to get to do at the next level. And I'm excited to see him play both sides of the ball here the next 4 weeks. I think he's going to make a lot of plays both ways. Yeah,
that's exciting. And, 4 weeks left in his senior year. He's already committed to play college ball. And that's just the epitome of a good high school player. He'll just do whatever you ask him to do whatever it takes to try to win ball games. So great job, Brandon Engel. Special teams, hey, he's been stellar for you the past couple seasons, Anthony Patty.
Yeah, he's done a great job on the kickoffs, PATs, field goals. He stepped in for the punt this week. Our punter got banged up a little bit on a punt, so he just does what he does. He's a great. He loves the game of football. Of course, he's obviously a great soccer player, and I look forward to him watching him this spring because I think they're going to have a good year in soccer. But he really likes the football, likes doing what he's doing for us.
Offensive player of the game, Trevor Moon.
Trevor's he just does what he does. He did a good job of reading the stuff, running the ball, making the throws when we had to do it. Obviously we need to make some more explosive plays and score more points, and that's what we're going to keep doing. That's what these 4 weeks are going to be about here at the end of the year, and just working on our stuff and getting better. And I think I really like the direction we're headed in. We kind of know what we need to do offensively. We're going to be a lot different than we have been in the past. We're not going to throw the ball around and score a bunch of points, but we can control the clock, run the ball, and find a few more explosive plays. That's kind of be the theme here the next 4 weeks. But we like how he played last week, and just keep getting better each week going in.
And a kid that plays, at the highest level, defensive player of the game, Kobe Minor.
Well, Kobe's going to play at his highest level no matter what goes on, and that's what I told the rest of the kids. Here's a guy that's already committed. He doesn't have to prove anything. He doesn't have to do anything, but he's going to work on his job and work on his craft and get better, and keep making plays. And he's a great example for the rest of our guys. I think that's the reason why our guys showed up today and had a great practice is to people like Kobe. And he's going to be a great college player because he is serious about it. It's his job. He takes it serious every single snap. And like I've told him, just keep getting better every day. Every day you come to practice, every game you have, you can keep getting better, get ready for the next level, and that's what he's done.
Yeah, Kobe's a man on a mission, and his leadership off the field as well, Coach. In the locker room, I'm sure there's things there he's saying to the other players, but before you even get on the field, that he's lifting them up and just being a great team leader, and that's what you want in a kid like Kobe Minor.
Yeah, we have 3 guys in the NFL right now, and I think he has the chance to be the 4th one. And just the way he takes care of his business and works at it every day, and he's a great example why we'll keep playing hard and keep competing the rest of the year because of him.
Well, remember, Falcon fans, our pink out still going on for the month of October. Coach, I believe you can still buy some spirit wear and some of the money raised there goes towards the pink out. Anything else you'd like to share on all things happening there on the campus?
No, that's the big thing. Get online, come to the game, buy your shirt, donate whatever you can. It's to a great cause, and like I said, we have big games coming up this week on tomorrow night, on Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. Our 7th grade and 8th grade against Little Elm. Anytime we play Little Elm, it's always a big deal, and there's a lot on the line. So everybody come out and watch some football.
Well, great message, and Coach, thank you so much for joining us each and every week during this season. It's hard to believe we only have 4 games left in this season. Remember, fans, get out there early. It's always a little bit of traffic to get over to Frisco on a Friday night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock at Memorial Stadium, and we'll see you at the field. Have a great week.
Thank you.